Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You can say it. You can say it. Quincy, why you posting on a Tuesday? Yesterday was Monday. Why didn't you post Monday? That's somebody's favorite day of the week. Yes, I know. You're right. I did say that. I did say that. All right, I will explain my absence from yesterday. But right now, it's time we turn up the right way. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all races, of all ages, it is your main man Quincy once again here to bring you another episode of My Honest Take. This is the only podcast that matters and the only pod you'll ever need. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. It is Tuesday. Nobody's favorite day of the week, but we're gonna make it somebody's favorite day of the week. Listen, I know what you're already saying. I know what you're typing. Where have you been? All right. Yesterday you should have uploaded what happened, what's going on. Well, I was out of town. All right. Had to just go and meet family, nothing crazy. So if you are concerned, I am fine. But it was just family matters, just everybody hanging out, chilling, enjoying each other. Not a reunion, but more of just a gathering. So that was nice. Went to New Jersey, enjoyed time there with everybody. Got to see family that I haven't seen in a while. You know what I mean? So that's always good. But we're back now, alive and well. Hope you guys are alive and well as well. Um, y'all already know how we start this off. I gotta give you guys your pat on the back. You guys been showing love constantly, always. Even when I was gone, y'all were still showing love. So I appreciate you guys for constantly doing that. Um, you guys are the best fans in the world when it comes to everything I do. So I really do appreciate you guys for that. So before all the formalities out the way, all right. Like I said, I'm back now. You don't have to worry about it. I was just out of town. Let's get back to our regular scheduled program, and let's get back to the news. So here's what I've been noticing. Okay, even on vacation, I can never enjoy myself. Never. Okay, and the reason why I feel like this is because things happen that make you just say, like, really? This is for anybody. You don't need to be a podcaster. You don't need to be a musician. You don't be none of that. Things happen that make you say, bro, really? This is. Are you serious? And one of these things happened that I ended up seeing. Now, if you are a fan of any type of comics or just fans of DC, Marvel, things like that, you will realize that a movie came out by the name of Superman. Obviously, one of the most recognizable characters ever. I shouldn't have to explain who Superman is. Okay. Um, Ended up dropping a Superman movie. And first off, by the trailers, before it even came out, people were already questioning it. It's not Henry Cavill no more. All right. Everybody should know who that is. That is the Man of Steel. Not the OG Superman, but the Superman that's mostly recognizable, right? And when we've seen him as Superman, we really was like, yeah, this is Superman, right? When you looked at Henry Cavill, you were like, no, he is Superman. Now maybe it's because we already seen him play Superman so much we became adjusted, or is it really just because damn he fits that typical Superman vibe that we're looking for, right? Because people got to remember, you can look at an actor and not picture anything they can act in. Once they start acting that role and they become really good at it, you're gonna automatically think, okay, nobody can fit his shoes if they replace him. For example, one of the goats, rest in peace, Heath Ledger. When he played Joker, we always said, no, nobody's topping that. Best Joker performance, best Joker ever. Nobody's got it. Now, before he played Joker, could you picture him playing Joker? You see what I'm saying? It's things like that. You know, you had to see it first, and then we got used to seeing him do it. We're like, yeah, okay, he is that. you know. So we end up getting a new cast for a Superman, right? And the person who plays him, I forgot his name, but looking at him, you just say, nah, that's not it. He doesn't have the frame really. He looks more corny, a little bit more nerdy. Um, just someone who's not really built like a Superman, right? But they're saying, hey, look at the comics. That's what he was. He was corny. He was witty. He was funny. Just a little scrawny. It's like, nah, Superman. I remember 6'8", 250, pure muscle. You know what I'm saying? A LeBron type build. That's how I'm looking at it. So, but I'm like, hey, whatever. So that's what we're already dealing with the trailers. All right. Now, the movie ends up dropping and opens to mixed reviews at first. But now you're starting to see it's overwhelmingly positive. 90% on the Rotten Tomatoes, if you care about that. Audience scores in the 90s. It's opening already 50 mil first day, things like that. Like it's pacing really well. Okay, looks like it's on track to pass Man of Steel. All right, um, so it's looking good, right? It's looking really good. Except you have people who are naming this movie like a woke movie. Now, the director of this movie, I believe, was also saying it's like a woke agenda. Not he didn't use that term exactly. We're just using it loosely here, but it's trying to portray it as, yeah, like this is a little more into the woke crowd. Okay, so what do we mean by that? Now, you have people who are upset that Superman is an illegal alien. Listen to me and listen to me, good people. Why are you upset that Superman is an illegal immigrant? This should be like, this isn't rocket science. This is simple. He's from a different planet. You know what I mean? He's from a different planet. So how how does this even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it left me speechless because I'm like, what's the problem? Like, do you guys not realize that, or am I missing something? He's always been from Krypton, right? Am I stupid? So why is it now that we're having this? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't watch it. What? What? And as a director, I'm not gonna lie. Why are we making this movie a political woke thing? Like, no. As a director, I know what you're saying. This is your vision that you put together and things like that. But there's some things you just kind of like, nah, this is just for fun for the family. This is everybody in the family should go watch this movie. It's great. You shouldn't say anything like what you said. Yeah, this is a woke type of film. Like, no, nah, you don't need to say that. You know, um, so now you get the outrage from everybody, right? Now with this outrage, this is where the negative views started to come in and trickle in. Yeah, this movie's not that good. This movie has deals with too much political views. This movie showcases this, showcases that. Listen, I haven't seen it yet. Hopefully we do see it soon. I give you guys the ETA on it and let y'all know, okay, this is how I really feel about it. Might give y'all a movie review. But if I'm looking at a Superman movie, guess what? This is just a Superman movie to me. That's what I'm looking at this movie as. Something where I can have fun, enjoy it for what it is, action, story, decent, whatever it may be. But I'm not looking at it to care about the political views in it. That's just dumb. That's dumb. So the fact that people are, outraged about that blows my mind, people. It blows my mind. There is no need for that at all. At all. But hey, in today's world, today's society, this is something that becomes a topic. Something like that. Think about that. We're so pressed with illegal immigrants and aliens that a movie about a goddamn alien causes controversy. Think about that, people. I never thought I'd see the day. Never. But hey, I digress. I digress. Another news, okay? Scientists don't know nothing anymore. Let's just be real. Listen, the reason I say this, I ended up seeing something recently that said something about, um, we just ended up hearing um the solar winds from our sun. Okay. The first probe successfully reached into the sun's orbit, atmosphere, whatever you want to say, and was able to pretty much get the sound of the solar activity, the solar winds from it. Okay. So here's the thing that got me. Okay. Number one, number one, you have people who are saying, well, how is this even possible? There's no sound in the vacuum of space, right? So how can we hear that? That's number one. So now you got people trying to think they're all smart. Everybody on the internet wants to just talk about people. Well, they're just using the actual solar winds energy to convert it into sound. So that's what it is. They're like, okay, cool. But how is the solar probe still, functioning long enough to get that sound? Because you would think all that damn heat and radiation from the sun, it shouldn't have lasted that long to even capture it, right? So that's the first. That's the second thing. Okay. Now, here's a third thing. This is why I say things are about to be confusing. What I'm about to say. Um, we ended up getting pictures of different planets. Mars. I believe now we got a better picture of Mars, Mercury, Venus, things like that, right? Really high def, detailed pictures, right? Okay, so what's the news? Cues at that? No. The news is the scientists, right? And I'm gonna quote this. I'm gonna quote this for you guys because I need you to understand what I'm about to say, people. I need you guys to truly understand everything I just said compared to this. Scientists now propose that our planet could be situated within an enormous cosmic void. I'm gonna repeat that one more time for y'all. Scientists are now proposing that our planet could be situated within an enormous cosmic void. So, what does that mean? I'm going to tell you what that means. Everything I just said about the solar winds, pictures of planets, and all that would make no sense. It would make no sense because what we were first taught was that, hey, we're in the Milky Way, right? We're in the Milky Way galaxy. We're, this many stars and planets are around us. Yes, light years away, but we're just one planet and with next to millions, this is this planet here, this sun here, this moon here, asteroids, all that, right? That's what we were taught. But now you're saying that we're in a cosmic void. Now you're saying the Milky Way is, or just our planet? You see what I'm saying? Now we need details because if it's just our planet, everything else makes no sense. Everything that we were taught makes no sense. How did you get these pictures of these planets then? Because that means they were going really far to get these pictures. That means a lot of gravity things that you're saying and what we're seeing in the sky makes no sense. And we'll get to stuff in the sky in a second too, because I got something for y'all. Right? But now let's say they're talking about the Milky Way. Okay. If that's the case, what about Andromeda? That galaxy. Apparently we're moving closer to it, but now we're in a cosmic void. Or now we're in Andromeda, but now we're in a cosmic void. You see where stuff make no sense now? Where you can't piece nothing together no more? That's what I'm talking about. Now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. So which one is it? Are we in a cosmic void where there's nothing around us? Because that's what they're saying. We're in a cosmic void where there is nothing around us. It's just us. We're the only thing in existence. But we were told that there could be life. We were told of this. We were told of that. You see what I'm saying? Here's the sense that is not common because none of it makes sense no more. You see what I'm saying? So now, if we are truly in the cosmic void, what does that mean for anything else we may see? Imagine they can come out and release, hey, here's pictures of Jupiter. How? How far did this have to go? You know what I mean? How far does this have to go? Why did they tell us, hey, you know, we're gonna be reaching the Andromeda galaxy and we're gonna end up merging with another one and become a mega super galaxy? I thought you just said we are in a void. So stuff makes no sense. Stuff makes no sense, y'all. I told you, if you go look at that video too, the solar winds video with the sun, you're gonna laugh your ass off. I know I did. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I did not believe nothing from that video. Looks like someone just went to Photoshop, or Vita, CapCut, something like that, threw a black background with a couple white stardust esque pictures and just threw sound in the back of it, yo. I'm telling y'all. This is what I be saying. It's not a conspiracy. It's more of just things just don't seem believable no more. And now, especially with all this AI shit now, nothing's gonna seem believable now. Even if it's the most real, authentic evidence you have of anything, people are gonna say, yeah, it's AI. People are just not gonna believe it. And that's a fact, people. That is a fact. But hey, if we are, like I said, if we're in a cosmic void, then we should be safe, right? No asteroids, no nothing. That's what I said. There's so much stuff that makes no sense, yo. There's too much stuff that just makes no sense and it doesn't add up. But eventually, we're gonna end up hearing some more news about it. Hopefully, because I need to know. I need to know ASAP, people, because it just doesn't make sense. So we're gonna end up seeing shortly what's really going on. If we really are in the middle of nowhere, or what? Because I need to know. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I need to know something. Now, here's something that's gonna blow your mind even more. All right, we're, like I said, the only planet apparently, right? It, I, I'm trying to comprehend it still, and I still can't, right? But apparently, there were seven suns that appeared in the sky in China, but experts are saying it was merely just an optical illusion. How can we believe it's an optical illusion if you just told us all this information about us being only pretty much entities or objects in space in our little cosmic void, after just telling us that China made an artificial sun, after just telling us that we heard sounds from the sun? You see where none of this stuff makes sense, people? None of it. I already talked about it before in the podcast, I believe, in one of these episodes, that China already is making an artificial sun. They've been making an artificial sun, right? So for them to have seven isn't nothing new. You know what I mean? It's not like it's something where I'm like, yo, there's no way. No, no, no. This isn't new. This isn't new, people. They've been had this. So for someone to see seven suns in the sky, come on, man. Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. This doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. So, with that being said, you guys need to realize seven suns in the air is not no optical illusion. How can it replicate, like it's seven of them? How can you replicate seven suns going in a row? There's just no way. I don't know what it was reflecting off or whatever, but no, there's no way. Seven suns. If you look at the video, it, bro, there's no way. Like I said, there's no way. But we've been trying to play God for I don't know how long now. I told you guys this already. When you try to play God, stuff like this happens. That we've tried to do it plenty of times. modifying the foods, trying to make anything edible, trying to duplicate animals, things like that, right? But we have the power of stem cells, which could damn near regenerate any type of cell, organ, anything. Y'all don't realize how strong a stem cell is. If you deaf and you got stem cells, you can hear again. You blind stem cells, you can see again. Like stem cells is insane. Look it up. We have that power and capability. You can see it. We're trying to do with shit like this, making duplicate suns. Let me tell you what I think. Seven suns in the air. Their artificial sun ended up duplicating itself, and that's what you're seeing. Now I know what you're saying. All right, now he's getting off the deep end. Now come on, Q. But let's be real. What optical illusion can you explain to me about that? Because they didn't really explain the optical illusion. They just said, yeah, it has to be optical illusion. Oh, we debunked it. But at the same time, I may be wrong because, like I said, AI is getting out of control. So we're at a point in history that anything you see, you cannot take as fact. But like I said, it's just so much evidence stacked against it, yo, that it makes me be like, I don't know. I don't know. But seven suns in the sky is kind of absurd. It is. But China's not the only place that's trying to show that, hey, we got technology out the ass too. Because Japan is dabbling with a form of internet speed that can either fuck up the whole ecosystem and destroy everything, including us, or I don't even know how to explain it, people. But Japan is coming out with 6G Wi Fi internet speeds. Now, we just got 5G. We literally just got 5G. And Japan saying, now let's get the 6. All right. Me personally, I still use LTE on my phone. I'm going to use it till the wheels fall off. It still work, right? No, everywhere it's still damn near using LTE, so I'm going to use it, right? I got the feature to go LTE or 5G. I'm going to use LTE till everywhere phases it out, right? But Japan, whoa. First off, people, what you guys are not realizing, this internet speed and this electromagnetic field that we're just pulsing out is hurting the environment and hurting us. We just don't realize it. Okay. This is not even a conspiracy. This is real talk. We're just that internet speed is like a microwave. We just cooking. We just sitting and just cooking. You know what I mean? That's just pure radiation just melting us. Why you think certain bird species been dropping out the sky or floating? It feels like in one just spot, just hovering or migrating to different areas. Bro, I'm telling y'all, this 6G is about to it's about to hurt because number one, we can upgrade to 6G, and guess what? We still need to upgrade our Wi-Fi. Think about that, y'all. You may get the best home Wi-Fi, right? The best internet for your Wi-Fi. You may get the newest iPhone, Samsung, whatever it may be, 6G quality. You got the fastest speeds, and you're still gonna lag. You're still gonna get dead spots. And what do you have to do? Upgrade again, right? You're always gonna want something better. What's gonna be better than this? Listen, what I'm about to say. Japan's been testing out this 6G internet speed that what they're saying can download the entire library of Netflix in 1 second. They described it as a blink of an eye. You can blink your eye and Netflix is downloading everything from Netflix. Do y'all understand how fast that is? They said this internet is so fast it can download Wikipedia 100,000 times over in a second. This is not even an exaggeration. This is we made it to new heights. This type of speed is gonna be deadly. At first, it's gonna seem great though. Think about it. It's gonna seem great. At first, we're all gonna be, oh my gosh, my internet speed's crazy. I'm never lagging playing the game. Or, yo, I can get signal all the way in Alaska, Antarctica, Hawaii, whatever. I took this picture, boom, I hit send. It was instantly to you. Everything's crazy, you know. Think about it. When you're sending 20 videos or attachments, you know, what I mean, it's iCloud files or sending a file, you made attachment too large, email it. Now you're gonna be able to send hour-long videos in a second to people. Yo, boom, I'm about to send it to you. Done. There's gonna be no need for the chat bubbles. You're gonna be able to send it right away. There's never gonna be no need of, hey, did you get that video? Did you get my text? Oh no, they got it. Trust. Trust they got it. This speed, y'all, is about to be detrimental because what's also gonna happen that you're not understanding, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna get cooked. Headaches, people gonna get sick, cancer. I'm telling you, this is different level speed. I don't know if we're gonna be able to keep up with this. this, this is different Wi-Fi speeds, y'all. I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous, but then it makes you also wonder, damn, how the hell Japan and China and everybody doing all this, and the U.S. not? It feels like we a third world country compared to them with the shit that they be coming up with. Like, damn, I saw something in China that when they building construction and all that, they put just an inflatable tarp, big ass inflatable tarp over the construction zone. So when it rains and stuff like that, they won't have to deal with mud or messing up the concrete, cement, things like that. What? Why can't we think of shit like this? Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, China and Japan, man, they in a whole different time zone. They really in the future. Dead serious. They really in the future. And I'm not just talking about the time zone, but for real, it's this Wi-Fi though, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we get our hands on it, man. I'm sticking with basic type 2 internet speeds. I'm sticking with whoever I got now with my provider. Y'all better not upgrade. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all better not. You're gonna go a little too fast. It's gonna be too fast for your needs. Like you're gonna want to slow down. Damn, I accidentally sent this picture to her. Okay, it didn't send yet. I got time. You know what I mean? I can unsend real quick, or I could do this. Not anymore, but that's it's sent. It's done. It's already there. You're toast. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's that new shit, man. Now, some other good news for most people: TSA is changing a rule. All right, if you don't know what TSA is for us Americans, I know a lot of people overseas as well do have a form of TSA as well. But for us Americans, we have TSA pretty much, which is security. It's just travel security. I believe a travel security agency or something like that. Um, but it's just to make sure that anytime you are traveling on a plane, everybody's safe. You know, there's the people who tell you, hey, empty your pockets, put everything right here in this bin. It's gonna go through the X-ray machine. We gotta scan you as well. Make sure you don't have no illegal substance on you. Make sure there's no bombs on you, weapons, things like that, right? Well, what TSA is doing now is not requiring. Right now, some people might be a little nervous. What do you mean not requiring? This is TSA. I need them to make sure everything's good. Well, they're just not requiring you to take your shoes off anymore. So now you can keep your shoes on. I know a lot of people actually were like, "Come on, man, I gotta take my shoes off for this. Just come on." So now you can keep your shoes on, walk through, do everything else the same. Just keep your shoes on. Now, for me, that's a plus. Some of y'all be having sweaty and smelly ass feet. Keep your shoes on. I don't want to smell that no more. And number two, it should speed up the process of having people take it off. Less arguments, which make no sense. What people hate TSA, y'all be the same ones complaining. Okay, TSA is abolished. Finally, thank you. First day, plane bombing. Why? Why don't people don't listen? Oh, if you had TSA, we could have spotted this earlier. But no, people think it's so obvious. So you can find them so obvious. Well, explain 9/11. Explain this hijacking. Explain the dude with the shoe bomb. Explain these things if it's so easy to spot. You know what I mean? Everybody think they John Wick. Everybody think they fucking Pink Panther. You're not no detective, James Bond. All right, Sherlock Holmes. You're not an agent and all this shit. Just go. So that's the thing that kills me. That's what kills me. People upset at TSA for them making sure you safe. I'm telling you, let TSA be gone for a week. The amount of shit you would see in America, boy, you would think, what? The mass casualties, man. World War II won't have shit on just a week. Just a week of Americans with no TSA. The death toll would be exacerbated to the max. I'm just using words now to describe this. It don't even matter what I say. It's just it will be catastrophic. But like I said, the shoe thing now, like I said, I kind of like it. There's really no negative to it. The equipment is now advanced enough to see and detect stuff what's in your shoes now, regardless of you taking it off. So hey, it's a plus, man. It's gonna speed up the process a lot for some people, but I wanted to just speak up about that because, like I said, the ignorance of people. We don't need TSA. Okay, just watch. I hope. I hope you experience something like that. I know it's messed up to say, but it's true. It's true. It is. And lastly, man, y'all know how we like to end it off. Caitlin Clark has been balling, but we have been seeing a couple mess ups from her. All right, so people are saying, hey, maybe the league figure it out. Maybe she's not what we really think she is. I don't know, because she went against Paige, and people said Paige is the better player. Caitlin walked out with a W, won a nice double double too. Hey, Caitlin's still nice. That's not disrespect to say she's not. All right, Angel Reese is still having her ups and downs, but she has been balling a lot more lately. So we're seeing that she's getting more comfortable into it. Like I said, me, I'm just a fan of the game. If you trash it, you trash. Now you are better than damn near half the population because you made it to the league, but you're still trash compared to your peers. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? But I'm just a person. I'm a fan of the sport. So, but hey, Caitlin got the best page there. Um, NBA wise, Cooper Flag, Summer League, he's been shut down for the rest of the league, or for the rest of the league, for the rest of Summer League, I should say. They're just ready to preserve him, make sure to get him right for the actual season. But Cooper Flag looks like he's ready. We have people already jumping to conclusions saying he's a generational talent. Well, we got to see. So far, the only generational talents that we've seen that's been hit with that label has been LeBron James and Victor Wembanyama. That's it. Those are the only two people that we could say, yeah, they were called that and they're living up to it. LeBron lived up to it. All right. Victor so far is living up to it. Yeah, we had the one injury, but this is still something where it's like, yo, we never seen somebody move like this. So we're gonna see again next season, this coming up season, if he really is that generational talent, putting up these crazy numbers, DPOYs, MVPs, All Stars, whatever, things like that. If he gets that, we could say, yeah, okay, yeah, he's living up to it, right? But they put the label on Kuba Flag already. Now we gotta see if he does it. I believe Kyrie's not going to play next season or probably towards the end or playoffs. So we're going to see if Cooper AD could take over that team. I know they got D'Lo now, so he'll be probably more than likely starting until Kyrie come back. That team may look scary. It may look scary. Bronny was showing flashes in the summer league that he can still hoop. People are realizing, hey, he's in the league for a reason. Y'all say it's just because of his dad. Well, what about Giannis and Thanasis? Thanasis isn't good. But y'all don't say it's no nepotism because of Giannis. Shout out to Giannis anyway, man. That's the guy. That's the guy right there. But it's not shout out to LeBron, right? If I say that, right? LeBron's the guy. Nah, it's not, right? Because when it comes to LeBron, it's whatever, right? It's you gotta shit on him. It's favoritism, nepotism. No, his son's not good, all that. But if it's somebody else, it don't matter. Y'all close your mouths. It's crazy, man. I'm telling y'all, the hate is stupid. The hate is stupid. We ended up seeing that there was four teams that tried to trade for LeBron after this whole Lakers fiasco that's going on right now. The Warriors, the Mavs, the Clippers, and I believe the Heat, if I'm not mistaken. Listen, if he goes to the Warriors, game over. If he has Curry, game over. He goes back to the Cavs, game over. Donovan Mitchell and them, easy. The Mavs, it's over. So no, it's not the Heat. Yeah, my fault. I apologize. Not the Heat was in there. But the Mavs, come on, y'all. Kyrie, Cooper, AD. Stop it. And then the Clippers, you got Kawhi, PG in them, and Harden. Man, well, PG's on the Sixers, but Kawhi and Harden, man, stop. Stop. It'll be over. It'll be over. But like I said, the league's in good hands, man. I'm ready for this season. We're about to see who really makes noise again. It's Thunder gonna repeat. We don't have to worry about the Celtics because Tatum's not in there. You know, they lost a lot of key players, so it's like the East is wide open. The West kind of is too because we don't know if the Thunder gonna come back and do the same thing. They pretty much got the same core, but now teams are gonna be more hungry now. We gotta take him out. We gotta take out the big dog. We still got the Nuggets in there. Still got the Clippers, still got the Lakers, got the Mavs now. You know, the Spurs may try to make some noise. They might actually get into the play in. So we got to see what's going on there. And I believe wrestling had their all woman event, Evolution pay per view. Apparently went off with a blast. Everything went good there. Yeah, we watch everything, man. We watch everything. So it's always good to see the women get their shine, especially in a sport like wrestling, man, where people are watching and actually caring about the product. So wrestling put on a good one for the ladies there with that. But that's all the time I got for you guys today, man. Listen, I want you guys to enjoy the rest of your day or night, man. I do appreciate you guys stopping by once again to enjoy and talk with me and debate with you amongst your friends on this podcast on a Tuesday. Don't worry, coming back on Mondays. Still Mondays. But look, man, appreciate you guys rocking with me always. Stay hydrated. This heat is crazy. Once again, you've been listening to my honest take. Play my music.